guys, so here is the arithmetic. This is going to be for classwork and seat work. Contents starting on lesson 1. It always shows you down here at the bottom right hand corner. Let me move this so that you can see it. Okay, so here is count the animals and color them. See? Right here down at the bottom, lesson 1. So with arithmetic or math, you always have 2 pages front and back for one lesson. One is classwork, one is seat work. Seat classwork, and then seat work. Here we go. I'm just gonna start flipping for you guys. And I absolutely love their books. They're just so full of color. I love the illustrations that they have in here. So here we have write the sums, trace the numbers and finish the rows, write the numbers that is more, one more, write the number that is one more, or trace the numbers. Write the number, draw and color pictures to show the number. Here's how many animals. Circle the number that is greater. With color patterns. Write how many, circle the number that is greater. Count from 1 to 30, write the sums. Don't mind the noise, guys, it's my bunnies. They are drinking water. Count and color the boxes to show how many. Write the differences. Start on the left, circle the 4th pretzel. How many cents? Count how many. It's a graph, teaching them graphs. The calendar. Counting by tens. I really like the way they do things here though, because I think it's called a spiral way of learning, where they learn and then it goes away and then they learn something else, but then they bring it back and then they learn it, or they refresh their minds and then it goes away and then it comes back. I mean, it is a lot of like repetition, but I think for it to stick with some kids, I mean, this may not work with all kids, but some kids this works with. Mine it works well with. Now my son, on the other hand, he may be different than my daughter. She loves seat work though. She loves doing these. arithmetic, and they have Jesus in here. Here we go, fractions, 4-digit numbers, 2 digits here. They're doing tens places, so place values. Now here in the back, because this is the last one, this is lesson 170. So here in the back, these are supplemental exercises. So if you thought that they needed work or if they needed help with something, you can always have them do these pages here. I held on to them, I just never used them, but just in case. So they have those also. And that is it from the arithmetic work textbook. Now this here is the teacher key. So usually, I mean, when it comes to coloring, they're obviously not going to color the pages. And then everything in blue is the answers. Okay, so everything in blue, all the blue, that's what the answers are. And that goes for every book through Abeka for their teacher guides. Everything's in blue. There you go. I'm not going to flip through all those. And then here we have the arithmetic tests and speed drills. This is the student book. Okay. So this is how you're going to do the written test, grading oral evaluations, grading written tests, and then administering speed drills. So arithmetic test 1. Once you grade it, you're going to write the grade here and then the oral grade here. So this is their test. As you can see, it shows you what lesson number, it is. So they don't have their first arithmetic test until lesson 13. So that is the 3rd week. And if you start on Monday, that would be Wednesday, they would have arithmetic. So it's front and back. And then inside your, I'm going to show you. Okay, so this is lesson 13. Okay, so you're going to go to arithmetic. It shows that that's the test that they're going to be doing, and they're also going to be doing a work page out of arithmetic. But over here, for the oral grade that it talks about, you are going to want to ask them these questions here. So what is 0 plus 1? They have to say 1, and they only allow 3 seconds for each response. So if it takes them 10 seconds, they get that wrong. So that's how they do that. Okay, so that is found in your video manual. I'm telling you, this is your best friend. Okay, so moving on to the speed drills. This is just the front side If you want your kid to color it, you can. I never did. She has so much work anyways. I was like, she knows how to color really well, so it's okay. But this is where you are going to put their grades. And starting the first one, they only have 2. So lesson 14 and 15. And it shows up at the left-hand corner how many minutes they have. So they have 1 minute to do this one, and they have 1 minute to do this one. Okay, so this one is lesson 14, and this one is lesson 15. I'm gonna be honest. I was never too worried about the time. I was more worried about her getting the answers correct. So you know how some kids stress off of tests, and once they hear that it's a test, like they start to stress out and have anxiety or whatever the case may be. I know I used to be super stressed out with tests. So I don't make this a big deal. Well, the speed drill is actually not even a test. Like they don't grade on this. They only grade on the actual test, on this test. But they do want them to just learn how to get faster with their answers and not have to count and take forever, which I totally get. I mean, if she was taking too long, I would definitely work with her more on it. She never really took too long at all. She probably, I don't know, maybe 1 minute and 30 seconds. Like she didn't overdo it, but I'm just saying, don't like stress out if they can't get it done within 1 minute. Maybe you just keep time of it and just see how they're doing, and then you'll know where to go from there. But don't worry about things that don't need to be worried about, if that makes any sense. But typically on a speed drill, you usually have 4 a week, and then on the 5th day you have the test. Now for this one, it is lesson 16, 17, 19, and 20. So this would be Monday, Tuesday. The actual test would be Wednesday. This would be Thursday. This would be Friday. And these each are 1 minute long. Okay. So let me just flip through a little bit so you could see what their test is. Up here, it'll also show on the number 1 question on all of the arithmetic done with the teacher or with you. The teacher will ask them questions and they have to put the answers here, or you would do it. And that the answers would be in your test and speed drill teacher test key. Okay, so I'll show you that. So I'm just gonna move on so you could see. So now here is the teacher key. Again, it has your grading keys here on how to do the scales if you're doing it a 6-point scale or a 10-point. So again, all the answers are in blue. And I wanted to point out, okay, so up here it says subtract total points missed from 100. So using this one that says 6 minus point scale, and this is the 10 minus point scale. So this one's the white outlined in blue, and this is the blue with the white writing. So the first question here, you're gonna see -3 and -3. So both of these, no matter if you're using the 6-point or 10-point, you -3 for each wrong answer. And it shows you that for each number that you're gonna be working on. See, so if you're doing the 6-point on this one, it would be -3, but if you're doing the 10-point, it would be -4. And then here would be -2, and then the 10-point would be -3. So that's a little helpful hint. Okay, so this is the teacher key, everything's in blue. Super simple. So thank you guys. We are done with the arithmetic. Thank you for checking out this video. I hope that it was super helpful for you guys. If you have any questions or comments, please leave them down below. I'd love to hear from you guys. And you know, I love hearing from my other homeschooling moms out there. So if you haven't hit that subscribe button, please do so. Hit that notification bell just so you are notified whenever I have new uploads. And don't forget to hit that like button. All right, guys, be blessed always.